Hello, how are you? Well, I'm ready to receive you today. Can I just tell you that sometimes the best medicine is getting up on a stage, talking about or singing about what's in my heart and allowing that connection with all of you, whether you're in my audience here or whether you are coming to hear me sing. And by the way, my family's with me at Crooners on Friday and Saturday, so it's going to be crazy. Shall I not stand so far on the edge? I tend to, so watch me because I'll feed back, okay? I will, because I can't help it. I always kind of come out here. So anyway, I love this responsibility, and it's a responsibility to come here and talk about what it is I've not only gone through, what I've studied, some of my experiences in life that have led me to a place of being able to come and speak my heart with all of you. And some of them are career changes that just came out of the blue that expanded who I was as an individual and supported the path I was already on. And some of them are relationship issues that caused me to begin digging deeper into what the meaning of, the ebb and flow of the universe is all about. And now that sounds like a lot of heavy-duty words. What it means is that I've been drop-kicked through the goalpost of life a couple of times, and I don't like this very much. So the interesting part about that in my late 30s when I became what I call a seeker was I not only was researching and reading and drinking in and devouring new ways of looking at things spiritually and having a deeper connection with God, but I also was very moved by a book that became a Bible to me called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And I go to it just about every time I talk because with each time that I pull up this very small, wonderful book, as an older person now, there is a jewel of wisdom that maybe I would not have understood the first time I read this or the first 10 times I read it. Some of what I read last night in preparation of today, encompassed 7 spiritual laws of success. I recommend this book. I recommend no matter what topic it is you're going through, you'll find a chapter that relates to it. And I absolutely love it. Another person that I always loved whose work really opened up my eyes to some of the imprints that I had from a child that stopped me from some growth. And once I recognized it, I could work with that, I'll say block for lack of a better word, and work through it and move forward. And that's Debbie Ford and her work with the shadow work, Dark Side of the Light Chasers, and then the work that she did on recognizing when a particular imprint came to you in your life and at what age, and what you need to do in order to recognize it, bring it forward, make peace with it, and realize the cause, realize the effect, and then move forward emotionally from there. So that's a lot of stuff. Well, little did I know that I'd be walking into a place in my life, in my late 30s, where I would end up, in my early 40s, being on talk radio, interviewing all of the authors that I just mentioned, and a lot of other spiritual book authors, and a lot of alternative medicine, because that was important to me because of a sick child. And it was really interesting how the universe just went, okay, that whatever you've learned, you're going to get out there and you're going to talk about this now. And believe me, I love to sing. Just warming up with Mary Louise this morning made me realize that I needed to fill myself up. I needed to receive. And singing always makes me go, oh, that's what's missing. So that was really good. Thank you for that. What I like to do is start with a song and a message and a little something to just get us all going a little bit and move into parts of the talk. And although I have lots of papers, I often don't refer to them. I might today. I'm not sure. Spirit's going to lead me. But here's a really fun tune, and it's a jazz standard. Pardon me. And it's called Get Happy. I want to be be happy, but I can't be happy until I know you're happy too. Life's really worth giving when you are mirth giving. Why can't I give some to you? When skies are gray and you say you are blue, I'll send the sun shining through. I wanna be happy, but I can't be happy till I know you're happy too. Said I wanna be happy, but I can't be happy till I know you're happy too. Life's really worth living when you are worth giving. Why can't I give some to you? When skies are blue and you say you're blue, I'll send the sun shining through. I wanna be happy, but I can't be happy till I know you're happy too. Take it, Mary Louise. Be happy, but I can't be happy till I know you're happy too. Life's really worth living when you are mirth giving. Why can't I give some to you? When skies are gray and you say you are blue, I'll send the sun shining through. I want to be happy, but I can't be happy till I know you're happy too. Till I know you're happy too. Till I know you're happy too. You just watched rehearsal. Talk about being open to giving and receiving. That's like the ideal relationship in the moment. I want to say that we will be doing a concert together at the Twin Cities Jazz Festival coming up the last Saturday. No, is it the last Saturday? No, the 23rd at 4 o'clock on the main stage, along with some other marvelous women, the Jazz Women All-Stars. So that's going to be really fun. You know, I wanted to take you on a little ride today. And the ride is about you. The ride is about going to that place that we often go to in meditation where, let's call it our imagination, but it's manifesting, it's an intention and desire. It is the detachment we can feel, yet in that detachment we can also view from a place of love everything that's going on in our life, everyone who might need something, including yourself. Hi. Got to include ourselves in that one. I learned that the hard way. And when we use that imagination, that meditation, that prayer, whatever that is, we can decide what it is we want. And when we hold that thought for several seconds, and when we see our life in that imagination, it's amazing through the law of attraction what manifests. Now, out of curiosity, how many people use these exercises through the law of attraction? All right, okay. And you see something else manifest. I saw it with the radio job that I was mentioning. Well, I thought that maybe I would set this up by doing a tune and going right into a meditation. And first of all, before I do that, do you guys all know each other who are near to you? Well, what I wanted to say to you is I want you to turn to someone right now and say, like a major league compliment, and say, oh, make it about them. And you receiving the compliment, do your best to drink it in and not go, well, this is just a game, I don't have to. Try to drink it in, And then in turn, either give a compliment to somebody else next to you, that same person. Do that. Take a few seconds and do that right now, okay? And I want to see how that feels. Okay? Did you drink it in? Oh, good. Well, I can see why. Got a little love going on right now in the room. Let's do this. Let me do a song for you. Let's just get quiet and let's, get rid of the issues of maybe your morning, your week, your weekend, your whatever. My husband's golfing, so I know your golf game isn't destroyed today. So anyway, let me do a tune for you that talks about pure imagination, okay? Come with me, and you'll be in the world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of your creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, just do it. You want to change the world, there's nothing to there is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to. Breathe in the universe positivity. And exhale negativity. Breathe in positivity. And exhale negativity. One more time through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You can feel the rhythm of your heart slowing down. You can feel the essence and the vibration within this room with the collective consciousness that we have here today. There's no place I know that compares to pure imagination. You can go there and create the world you want to manifest. So, in this moment, recognize within your heart if there is a catch in it holding you back at this very moment from receiving divine love and the loving energy in this room. Take another deep breath in. Open that heart and receive. Another breath in. And get out of your head and now into your heart. If you want to put your hand over your heart and feel that love. Love yourself. That sets the example for others to love you and to give to you. And know that no matter what you've learned in your life, that you are part of the divine flow in this universe. You are a being of love, and you manifest love. You give, and you must receive. You are a perfect child of God. Stay in your heart. Don't go back in your head. Take another breath. Fill your body. And in pure imagination, it's your divine destiny to dream and to hope and to manifest what it is you see yourself doing in this lifetime. And don't let other people talk you out of it. Hold that vision and now put it in your heart and breathe in again. Exhale. It's really that simple. Take the time. Allow for the positive to be a part of you and breathe it into your heart chakra. And know that moving forward from this quiet place, you can go be prepared to face a new day with love for all mankind. And yourself. One final breath in. Exhale. Feel it through the energy come out of your feet and your hands. As you take your next breath, realize you are in this room. As you take your next breath, feel the vibrations in your body, centering you on your chair and becoming aware of the chair itself. And on your next breath, begin to open your eyes and put your awareness back in this room. Breathe in. On a clear day, look around you, then you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You will feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You will hear from far and near the sounds you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you will see forever and ever and ever Wow. That's so beautiful. Wow. How you doing? Did you go on a nice little ride? Did you use your pure imagination? Is that not a cool song? How many of you have never heard that song? Okay, it's from the first Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Gene Wilder sang it. But it's been redone by Tuck and Patty and the Blenders, I think, and many people. But, you know, once you pull the words and you go, and you've been singing in spiritually oriented churches for a while, you go, wow, that really works. So does On a Clear Day. Don't you love that lyric? The glow of your being outshines every star. Now, you've probably heard that sung before, but seriously, somebody was really thinking about that. Is it really on a clear day when the sun is shining? No, on a clear day when you've had your aha moment. Man, the glow of your being will just shine forth, and you will be manifesting what you desire when you recognize how your being is in that state of manifesting. So the art of receiving, is that an art? Is it an art form? It's an art. Well, I don't know about you, but I think I was raised pretty hard to be a giver. How about you guys? It is better to give than receive. It is better to, the heck it is. I'm tapping my fingers in my 35 years old going, why am I depressed? It's because there's a lot of components to giving. Sometimes the giving is because it's your nature. You know, my dad died young. I helped raise my younger brothers. You know, 14, I was kind of a second mom. I loved it. I had kids really early. I've got 4 boys. I'm a grandma to 7 almost. This is a real part of who I am. I love to give. I love to give back. I love to show up and do a benefit for a friend or sing for a certain gala for ARC or, you know, something like that. You know what I mean? And it's really, it motivates me. It moves my soul to do this. But when you move it into, hey, I'm going to do this, like, let's go to the first part of a relationship. When you're in love, smooth and everything is give and take and it's fantastic, and a little time goes by and you're not so much in love and you're wondering what happened, and you feel like, well, maybe if I just do this for this person, they're going to learn by example what I want. No, that's right, exactly. I think I was about 21 when I read this teensy little tiny book. This was Marriage Number One. And it was called, Learning How to Communicate. And it's like, if you don't say what it is you want, you're not going to get it. So here's the problem. When you give too much, you're not creating a vacuum to have it come back to you. And in other words, let's say you're so generous that you're buying people lunch. You're always there with a gift. No, this is all really good stuff. And there's nothing wrong with this. Once in a while we want to pick up that tab for our friends. But if you make a habit of it all the time, that could be attracting into your sphere people who might want to take a little advantage of that. So with each thing that I'm mentioning, relationships, giving, maybe spending a little too much, this is all about what you're putting out. And I don't know about you, but I get challenged, or I did, I should say, until I got smart and I'm reevaluating life in the last 20 years or so, about how to receive. And I realized that if I give, it's really interesting how my body has a way to show up and go, what about me? And if it isn't my heart and soul wanting a lot more from somebody, something, somewhere, it's my body going, you need to slow down and pay attention to me. And I've had those times in my life. I've had some major times in my life when that had to happen, and I had to receive. Talk about after open heart surgery. I was on a couch, okay? I had to have people. No, I didn't have to have people. People were generous. They brought food. They came and cooked for me. They rubbed my feet. They cleaned my house. And Patty, who does it all, I was like, oh, well, I guess the world isn't going to fall apart because I'm not part of it, right? So hopefully you've never had something as, like open heart surgery, but you, I'm sure, had something that's laid you up for a minute, and people want to bring you soup, and how are you with that? How are you with receiving things like that? I mean, like that exercise we did in the beginning, it was fun and it was silly, but was there a little part of you that went, well, this is just fill in the blank. I can't let that in. We're just playing a game here today. What about when you get into the place of, well, I'm not deserving. That person did such a nice thing for me, and it was out of nowhere, and I didn't do anything first. I mean, that act towards me was, what am I going to do? Because how am I going to give back? Does this ever happen to you? And you don't feel deserving. And therefore you shut off, like my lovely Marion Rice would say, you put a kink in the garden hose and you don't let it flow back to you. Now, when you get a little older, you do a little studying, and, I did too, from the relationships to the lack of energy I have physically, or how my knee is bugging me now, and what does that really mean? I've had to recognize that it's really okay to give. As a matter of fact, it's part of the universal law to give. Giving and receiving. We can't escape that. It's darkness, it's light, it's yin, it's yang, it's masculine, it's feminine, vice versa, sides of her body. You have to I had to do one thing, and that is, okay, I don't really have to change. I just got to stick me in the loop. I can't forget about myself in this desire to give back. I have to give to myself. And you know what that does? When people see you caring for yourself, caring where you want to go in your career, caring where, what you're going to take as far as a gig, in my case, what you're not going to take, how you want to care for your health. What this does is teaches other people how they should show up for you just by the fact that you think you matter. It's good. It's really good. I was one who, I thought I wasn't going to spend money getting my nails done. I wasn't going to spend money and pay for a bunch of exercise classes. I can get out and walk my dog. Oh, you know what? I am a better person by being in that group consciousness and exercising, and I love getting my nails done. I love getting a massage. I love receiving. I'm kind of good at it now. I'm 63, but I should be good at it. And I'll tell you what, it isn't about the big things. It's not about expecting my main relationship to just give to me in a way that I have an attachment to an outcome to. In other words, I want to be loved a certain way. Yeah, I had to lose that years ago. I really did, because it was clouding my seeing the gift in the moment of how that person was showing up and giving to me in their own way. I say main relationship, but this is anybody. This is anybody. In your life, if you have an attachment to how they're supposed to show up, you got some work to do. Okay, do you hear me? You have some work to do, because that's going to remain that block we talked about in meditation. That'll be there. Your head will get in the way of allowing you to receive because you're taking notes. For me, being in that giving and receiving with my pure imagination and my manifestation of what I want to create in this world, I'm giving people permission to support me in the way that I'm envisioning. Does that make sense? Do you guys do this too? I mean, in our meditation, in our prayer, we all want to live our gifts. You know, that's my main talk. We were born with specific gifts, many of them. But unless we give ourselves permission to receive more information about how to live those gifts, and we take the time for ourselves, there is an imbalance in who we are, and the universe is going to be talking to you, and if you don't pay attention, something will happen. Like, they'll get your attention somehow. God will get your attention somehow. So I'm saying to you that in my personal work, I have had to learn that if I give and only have that place of giving and forget about myself, I'm depleted. I'm gived out. You ever said that to yourself? I feel like I hit the wall. I feel like a Mack truck hit me. You're gived out if you ever feel that way. Like go, 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 and then have you left yourself enough time for you to do what's important in your life for the next day, or your body, or your soul? I can get gived out. I still get gived out. I'm learning this lesson every single day. But I'm also trying to be mindful of how, if I treat myself a certain way, that my family is going to say, my friends are going to say, oh, wow, you know what? I'd like to jump on that bandwagon. Wow, where can I, give them a recommendation or something. If I'm not living the life I want to live, I can't expect people to show up and help support me, is really pretty much the bottom line. And I think that the art of receiving is not something, if you were raised in a traditional setting within a church setting, it really wasn't about receiving. It was about giving, giving and receiving, especially in the Christian faith. One of my favorite songs is Prayer of St. Francis, where it is in giving that we receive, and it is in dying, our ego, that we are born to eternal life. Well, nobody ever said that we weren't supposed to be part of that flow. And I love being part of that flow. I love being there for people, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to accept our birthday party. I'm still learning how to not say, oh, no, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Aren't these just typical things we'll say? And we probably believe it, and then there's an aftershock I feel after a while. Let's say, for example, oh, no, we don't have to celebrate my birthday. I'll celebrate my 2 kids who are around my birthday. I can feel a little bad. And I've manifested that myself. So, you know what I'm saying? These are simple little things that I'm giving you about me. I'm bearing my soul. So that you go home and you go, well, okay, I'm going to listen to that inner voice, because as you get older, that inner voice gets a lot louder. Because I want to live. I want to honor all of the Patties that live inside of me. Thank you, Debbie, shadow processing. All of the Patties that live inside of me. The one that keeps coming up for me is the one that goes, well, I don't like the way you look in that picture. Could you lose a few pounds? Honestly, yes. That's a shadow self that makes me stay healthy. It's because I'm out there doing something about it. But, here's what I want to do. Is just want to make sure that I haven't forgotten something. I talked about Deepak, and Deepak has been so important to me and my work. And let's see if I can. Now he wants me to I'm supposed to not be quoting. All right, I'm not going to quote. Never mind, Deepak, you're not going to be part of this after all. Okay, it really just became a part of whatever I was reading in, his 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And you can go to the Law of Detachment. You can read Receiving in there, and there are exercises you can do. It really boils down to giving yourself permission to receive. And it might even get to the point, and a lot of people recommend doing this, especially if you're a meditator, a prayer, that you go to that place and you allow for that receiving to happen, and that as you are awakening from that state of bliss and your meditation, that you take that out into the world and you have new eyes where you're seeing how people are showing up for you. Whereas before, maybe you were taking notes on how they weren't. Make sense? So, in this new eyes, this set of new eyes, you are living from the place of law of attraction. Because you're seeing yourself manifest this reality, that you're keeping your energy on it for longer than 5 seconds, you will see things change and people show up that will support who and what you are. And this takes a while to get into it, and none of us are perfect at this. That's why we're still seeking, I think. You're here because you're pretty deep seekers. And I love this place for that. But I think that giving ourselves permission to create that vacuum to allow the receiving to come in, I think we all need to be reminded how important that is. The universe needs that. This was a really wonderful quote that I read from, is it Khalil Gibran? Is that right? Yeah, and of course it's not the one I'm looking at. And now you ask in your heart, how shall we distinguish that which is good in pleasure from that which is not good? Well, go to your fields and your gardens, and you shall learn that it is the pleasure of the bee to gather honey of the flower. But it is also the pleasure of the flower to yield its honey to the bee. For to the bee, a flower is a fountain of life, and to the flower, a bee is a messenger of love. To both bee and flower, the giving and the receiving of pleasure is a need and an ecstasy. Isn't that great? Buddha, all that we are is a result of what we have thought. Jack Canfield, everything you want is out there waiting for you to ask. Everything you want also wants you, but you have to take action to get it. Gandhi, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Thoughts are things. You know that there's booklets out there that you can read on this topic. Keep your words positive. Your words become your behaviors. Your biography becomes your biology. Carolyn Miss talks about that a lot. And keep your behaviors positive because your behaviors become your habits. Your habits, keep them positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. Okay? A person is what he or she thinks about all day long. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I hate to read to you, but some of these are so good. Burton Hills, happiness is not a destination, it is a method of life. Love that one. And every single second is an opportunity to change your life, because in any moment you can change the way you feel. So if you're gived out, and if you're feeling like something wants you to pay attention to it, for example, your body or your energy, and you're feeling spent, I urge you to listen to that and go into your meditation and check in. What is it that I am missing? In what way do I need to receive? We all have ways in which we need to receive something to fill ourselves back up. As an artist, I need to go hear music more. Changes me to just be filled up by my friends and, some national artists that will come to town. I don't do it often enough, and I always go, I got to do this more. Do that for yourselves. Get quiet, figure out what it is that you need, act on it, realizing that when you hold your vibration and your attention to it, through the law of attraction, that manifestation of the reality that you want to live will be a part of it. The giving will be intact, but the receiving will be too. And like the bee to the flower, you will be living that full and abundant life. So with that, I say, in the art of giving, the art takes some work, doesn't it, in order to make it into art. And the art of giving to ourselves is very important. Now, the art of receiving. If you think you're a good giver, it says to give yourself some time to become the receiver. If you're a good receiver, give yourself time to be a better giver. So when it comes to receiving, how many of you are going to change? And how many of you are good receivers? Let me look. Raise your hand. Now, if I asked you to do something for me right now, would you do it? Turn to that same person, turn to another person and say, give another compliment and see if it sinks in any different. Go ahead and do it for a couple seconds here. Say something to each other. Go ahead. See if it feels any different. We'll do it. Getting filled up, not gived out? Woo! All right. So I thought, since that's the end of my talk, I thought we'd move into... Okay, you're having too much fun now. I want to say thank you for listening, because I wasn't sure how to talk about the art of receiving to you, except that it's important. Be in the loop. You're going to recognize that it really is filling you up, whatever that is that you think you need. And keep it a part of that universal flow, that giving and taking. We have to live that way. It's the way we're all meant to be. So thank you for doing that little experiment with me, too. And I hope that was fun for you. I wanted to just say that's the close of my talk. However, this is a time when we, and I would like the ushers to be getting ready for this. This is a time when we, if you get your spiritual soul food here, we would appreciate you supporting it. And I'm going to do a song while the ushers come around, and then we'll do a prayer together after, and then we'll sing one together. But this is a great Van Morrison tune. Let me do this one for you. It's going to be twofold. I'll be singing it as the end of my talk, and also as they bring up the baskets. And so, okay, Mary Louise, I'm ready for you. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness. You take away all my sadness. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. From the morning sun and all its glory. I'm singing I love you. Are you receiving this now? With a day with hope and comfort too. You fill my heart with laughter and somehow you make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, oh, like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one. Oh, have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness. You ease my troubles, that's what you do. Go ahead and play, Mary. Come on up, let's say the prayer during this. Come on up. You guys can get in a circle and we'll say our prayer during this time. Here. All right, repeat after me, everyone. Divine love, flowing through me, blesses and multiplies. All that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Blessed be. Okay, so join a circle and I'll finish this song and then we'll sing one together. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one, to the one. You know this part, sing it. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, you take away all my sadness, you ease my trouble, that's what you do. You take away my sadness, fill my life with gladness. You ease my trouble, that's what you do. One more time. You fill my life with gladness, take away all my sadness. You ease my trouble, that's what you do. Can we do one more? You know this one for sure, okay? I was just looking at timing, so I combined a few things towards the end of this. Stevie Wonder, and I thought this was a perfectly sappy thing to tell all of you. I just called to say I love you, and you got to sing it, and you got to receive this one, okay? Okay, go ahead, Mary Louise. Sunshine of my life. Now say that to your person next to you. That's why I'll always be around. You're the apple of my eye. You are the I'll always be around you. You are the apple of my eye. Take it out. Forever you'll stay in my heart, in my heart, in my heart. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Woo! You are the sunshine of my life. Take it in. Take it in. Woo! Now get out there and don't be gived out. Thanks.